Listen, you need to stop putting yourself down based on your skin color. I had to get on here and talk about this because in the past week, I've had two separate people say the phrase, "I'm just another white guy." And this pisses me off to no end. You have to stop talking to yourself like this. In one case, there was a young man building a business and he had a great business partner. He was a good friend for a long time. He trusted him, well-educated, hard worker. But he said, I can't go into business with this guy because we'll just be another couple white guys. And then I let it slide. And then a couple days later, I was talking to another dude I know, great guy, building a great business, just a really bright light to this world, might be listening to this right now. And he says to me, "Mark, I'm building this network and we're trying to increase the diversity and the equity in here. But right now, we're just a bunch of other white guys and the world doesn't need a bunch of other white guys." And I said, "You got to stop it. You need to stop what you're saying right now." I cut him off. I said, "Listen, you are a light in the world. You cannot talk to yourself this way. This is bullcrap. You are not just another white guy. You are a child of God. You are a specifically created human being with tremendous opportunity, with tremendous capability. And when you look at yourself in the mirror and you say to yourself, 'I'm just another white guy,' or 'I'm just another black man,' or 'I'm just another Latina,' you are selling yourself way short, way short. Like, listen, when I was growing up in the 80s, 90s, I never thought about this stuff. Never once. And now it's everywhere. We have to elect someone based on their skin color. I can only work with someone because they hit a certain diversity and equity goal. This is such bullcrap. When did we get away from being merit-based to race-based? This is the opposite. This is the opposite of where we should be going. And it's so pervasive. It's everywhere. If you look in the mirror and you say, "Oh, I'm just another white guy, I'm not good enough," that is complete horse crap. And listen, I understand that racism is a real thing. And I understand that opportunities should abound. And I get that. Hell, I live down here in South Florida. And I realized the other day I was at the Flamingo Gardens, which is a local garden here. And they had the history of South Florida. And just 60 years ago, we had segregated beaches down here in South Florida. That's 60 years ago. Our grandparents experienced that, right? The idea of having a segregated beach or a segregated diner or segregated anything down here in the United States is so far out of, it's so far past the pale. I can't even begin to fathom what that would look like. And to me, that's an example of how far we've actually come as a society, where we don't judge people based on their skin color. We judge people based on the content of their character, and we judge people based on their merit. We judge people based on the way they treat other human beings. You have to kill this right now. If you hear somebody say, "I'm just another white guy," you need to kill it and say, "You are not just another white guy. You are a child of God. You have tremendous potential. You just need to go out and execute. You need to volunteer. You need to help others. What are you doing to bring a light to the world?" Because right now we're going completely backwards. It's completely bullcrap. And it doesn't go just for the white guys. Just a couple of years ago, we had an entire political party that was upset because we were going to have voter ID laws in Georgia because black people just don't know how to get IDs. What? How is getting a voter ID racist? You really think that a black person doesn't know how to get an ID? What are you talking about? It's this pervasive bullcrap that's all over the place. And it's so upsetting to me. I had to get on here and talk about it because I heard it once, I let it go. I heard it twice. I said, we got to talk about this. And also, don't get it confused. If you're a black-owned business, you could stamp that stuff loud and proud on your website and all that. You should be proud of who you are. You should be proud of what you accomplished. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't lift yourself up and be proud of who you are in your culture, your ethnicity, your background, your heritage. You should be proud. That's important. What I'm saying is don't degrade yourself because of it. Does that make sense? I'm not saying don't be proud of who you are and where you came from and what you've accomplished. That's an important thing. You should be. What I'm saying is don't degrade yourself and say, oh, I can't do it because I'm black and the system's against me and I'm just not capable and it's impossible. That's a bullcrap lie that doesn't come from in here. It comes from out there. If you look in the mirror and you say, I'm just another white man, I'm not special, I'm not unique, that does not come from in here. That comes from out there. And side note, if you look in the mirror and you say something like, I'm overweight, I need to work out, that's something completely different because you need to fix that. If you look in the mirror and you say, I'm not taking care of myself, I'm smoking, I'm drinking too much, I'm got cardio problems, I'm gonna have diabetes coming in, you need to be real with yourself when that pops up. You need to take care of yourself. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you cannot change the color of your skin. You cannot change where you came from. You cannot change your ethnicity. So don't freaking judge yourself on that bull crap. That does not come from within here. That comes from out there, and it's meant for one purpose, and that is to push you down. Don't let it push you down. Stand up strong. Be a light. We've come so far from that iconic speech by MLK Jr. I do not judge people based on the color of their skin. I judge people based on the content of their character. We've come so far from that. Don't let it happen to you. Don't let it invade in an insidious way into the minds and thoughts of your children, into your staff, into your company, and certainly not into you. You are the leader of your company, and you need to take a stand. When you hear someone say something like, I'm just another white guy, you need to correct them right now. You are not. You are special. You are unique. You have tremendous potential regardless of skin color. But cut the bull crap and let's get serious, all right? Rant over.